After Liberty and Economics Review and libertyandeconomics.com, I'm Nick Sorrentino. I apologize for the 3 days worth of growth on my face. When you work at home, sometimes you can get away with it. But anyway, just wanted to talk about the elections briefly. The general consensus is that the Republicans are going to do very well. I tend to agree with that consensus. In fact, I think that the Republicans are going to take the Senate in addition to the House. Now, this is no endorsement of the Republicans, even if they are handed power in the legislature. I mean, basically, it's a vote against the Democrats, and it's for something different. I mean, it's really is. People thought that the vote for Obama was a vote for change. I mean, Obama was basically kind of the same thing as Bush. I mean, the policies really are not hugely different. But I think at this point, people have been hurt enough by the economy that they want something new. They're sick of it. So anyway, we'll see. But it's not a vote for the Republicans. The Tea Party is not, despite what a lot of people on the left believe, the Tea Party is not solely a right-wing phenomenon. I mean, it is in that, generally speaking, the people tend to be on the right. But that isn't really the thing that motivates it necessarily. It's not a right thing. There's a strong libertarian element to it, which is neither right nor left. It has elements of both, and that it has a significant distrust of government. Now, anybody who's ever watched any of my videos or read any of my writing knows that I'm an unabashed libertarian. But I want to say this: as we're going forward here, the Federal Reserve looks like it's hell bent on printing mounds and mounds of dollars. Okay, this what they're doing their darndest to create an inflationary situation because over the summer they basically saw themselves falling into a deflationary situation because there's so much debt hanging out in the broader universe that has yet to be realized. And anyway, so what they're saying is they're just going to try to overwhelm that amount of debt, which is astronomical, which is probably significantly larger than the entire GDP of the planet. So we're going to print to overwhelm that. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that they're going to kill the dollar. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next month, maybe next month, but they're going to force inflation into the system, or that's what they're trying to do. And right now, it looks like they to some degree they're succeeding. The price of corn is up, for instance, up 60% over the last 3 months. That's not good. A lot of people rely on corn as their core staple, especially in the New World, in the poor areas of the New World, Latin America, and so on. Well, they're going to find that it's going to be tougher to eat. Um, Also, chicken is fed corn. Well, the price of chicken is going up too. And if the price of corn goes up too much, people start slaughtering their chickens. So that'll mean that the price of chickens will go up also. Um, it's not a good situation. Silver broke $24 an ounce today. God. Amazing. Gold knocking on 1400 an ounce. But one of the things that may impact the average person the most, in addition to corn and wheat, is oil. And we're looking at close to $84 a barrel for oil. Now, right before the recession, oil went up around $140 a barrel. And now we're at 83 and some change. So we're not near there yet, okay? But there has basically been a big turn up like this in the price of oil, and that's because the Fed is printing money, and oil is denominated in US dollars. The dollar is oil, the oil are dollars. And so when they print on a massive scale, they therefore increase the price of oil on the world market, which is then reflected in the price of gasoline for the average consumer. Now, when we had the real run up in gas prices before, that was just prior to the recession. Some people believe it created the recession. Now, I mean, I actually think we're in almost a depression at this point, a bumpy depression. Uh, but but if we were to have a significant rise in gas prices now, um, that would not be good for our very, very fragile economy. But you know what? The Fed is still pursuing this inflationary policy, and you know, and you can be happy. Wall Street seems to love it. You know, it's great. You know, Dow is up. Hey, happy days, man, on Wall Street. Um, Hope things are good on your street. That's all I got to say. And if we're looking at $5 a gallon gas, which I think is possible, and I said that in May, I still think it's possible. You know, before next summer. Um, I mean, that's going to impact your life, and that's the Fed and their manipulations directly impacting your pocketbook. So anyway, until next time, I'm Nick Sorrentino.